morning, first graders. Today we're going to learn about how to draw one of these really fun Mother's Day bouquets. As you can see, this is how I did mine, and it's pretty close to being finished. I'll finish coloring it at the end of this video, but let me show you how I got started with it. All right. So the first thing I did, guys, was I started with my regular size piece of paper, and I found the middle of my paper right here, and I drew a little dot. Okay. So once you have your middle, oh, by the way, I'm going to go kind of fast. So if you need to pause the video at any time to finish drawing one of the flowers or something, please do that. Take your time with this because this is supposed to be a very nice Mother's Day project for your mom. All right, it's really important that you take your time and you do a good job. So anyway, I found my middle of my paper, and I'm just going to draw a line straight across like that. And then I did two kind of S-shaped lines like this, going straight down. This one like that. And then one on the other side like that. And see, mine is not completely symmetrical. That's totally okay. So don't even worry about it if yours is not symmetrical. It's art. There's no rules with art. Not really. All right. So now you've got your vase, and then you need something for the vase to be sitting on, so you can draw your little tabletop down at the bottom. You can write Happy Mother's Day. You can write I love you if you want. I'm kind of running out of space, so I'm just going to write 2020. It's really important that you write the year and then my name down at the bottom. All right, let's finish up with this vase. So we've got that. I'm going to draw some fun little lines here. See, I'm going to be coloring them later on. So we want fun little lines, and then I'm going to do some kind of squigglies right here. Little dots. I love, love, love drawing and painting with dots. They just add a little bit more interest. So this is optional, guys. You can really decorate your vase however you want, but this is how I chose to decorate mine. Try to follow along best you can with these flowers because I want to show you how there are some really fun different ways that you can make flowers. So, and these are more like kind of modern cartoon looking style flowers. Super fun. So let's start with kind of some squiggly lines like this to make kind of like a tulip shape, and then you're just going to draw like a half circle. And I chose to do some stripes on my tulip. You don't have to, but I think it looks nice. Alright, do that. And I think that's the only line I'm going to actually draw for now. I'm going to save the rest of my lines for the very end. So this, I'm gonna do kind of a different style flower here. Do a bunch of like a little cluster of dots in the middle, and then you can kind of make these irregular shaped petals going around. See, it's kind of like that. And trust me, it looks a lot better once we color it. Now let's do a different one. So we'll do a circle with another circle inside. And then we can kind of do some really fluffy looking petals, sort of like a rose. Pause the video at any time if I'm going too fast. let's do a middle kind of like that, and then we'll do some fun, like, kind of long, skinny, thin petals like this. Remember, we're going to save our stem drawing until we've got all our petals done. I got a little excited with that one. All right, now let's do sort of like a Queen Anne's lace. So Queen Anne's lace kind of has lots of different little sprigs like that going up. Oh, I did the line again. Oops, don't do the line yet. All right, so then do little balls at the end. If you did the line, it's okay. All right, now let's do another one kind of like this one off to the side here. There we go. And I'm going to do another Queen Anne's lace kind of just over here. Just grouping over. Alright, so now I'm looking at my picture and I really think that I need to add some greenery. So I'm going to show you guys how I do little greenery sprigs. So I just kind of start at the top, do a little curly Q, go down. And I'm going to do one over here. Yours don't have to be exactly in the same place as mine, but you can kind of use it as like a guide. Because whenever you go get bouquets of flowers at the store, there's always a little bit of greenery. You always see leaves. It's very rarely just flowers. And I really think that some of the prettiest bouquets have a lot of greenery and leaves. It looks a little more natural. So then you can do some little leaves. Try to keep in mind your leaves at the end of the sprig are going to be a little bit smaller. See how they're small here and then they get a little bit bigger. So it's just kind of like a little teardrop sort of shape and then a line in the middle of it. Alright, so do that, and now let's finish drawing our stems. So we're going to do kind of like these skinny, fun stems, just like that. Alright, so your picture should look something like that at this time. If you need to pause the video, please do so. To get caught up, pause it here. Alright. Now let's get to the coloring stage. So I already kind of did this one and I started coloring it. My mom really likes warm colored flowers. So I really tried to keep that in mind when I was doing the coloring for her on this. So I did all my flowers using these pretty bright colors, as you can see here with this one. I did a little bit of orange and then I blended some yellow into the middle, so if you want to practice blending some colors you can too. At this point I'm finishing coloring the leaves. I decided to use one color green on all of the leaves. And I'm not going to be about coloring in my stems. I'm just going to leave them as they are. Okay, and my vase, I think I'm gonna do some dots here in orange, and then I'm gonna do kind of like a sunny yellow color, and then maybe add in a little bit of orange just to kind of do a little bit of shading. So let me do some yellow. And then for the background color, guys, you really can use any color you want, but I definitely think that contrasting colors are going to look really nice for this piece. I mean, I always really like using contrasting colors. So If I were you, if you chose to do warm colored flowers like I did, I would use like a blue or a purple to just kind of lightly go over the back. I highly recommend using colored pencils or crayons to do your coloring. If you don't, I think that markers just kind of get streaky. They don't really look quite as nice. You can't blend them quite as nice. So yeah, definitely crayons or colored pencils. See, I'm kind of using this orange to go over the yellow just on the edge here to make this vase look a little bit more round. So that's something that you can do if you want to. I'm gonna do like a teal blue down here for my tabletop. Kind of contrasts really nicely. Kind of looks like I'm doing it fast, but definitely take your time. Your hands are a little bit smaller than mine, I know, so try not to rush. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this pretty blue color and do just a very light background. If you start kind of like in the small spot, work your way out. It's a little bit easier. See. Then you can do kind of bigger strokes once you get out to the edge. There we go. All right, I'm gonna just kind of fill this in a little bit. So mine's basically all colored in. I'm gonna zoom out just a little more so that you can see. Ooh, I'm trying to get you to see the whole thing at a time, but there we go. All right, finish coloring that. Now, once it's all nice, neatly colored in, you've got a nice, beautiful Mother's Day bouquet for your mom. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Hope you have fun.